1. Montgomery County Council votes on federal worker hiring preference and party regulations. 2. Montgomery County's new jobs initiative for laid-off federal workers. 3. Montgomery County Council approves hiring preference for displaced federal workers. 4. Montgomery County's renewable energy revolution, community choice aggregation explained. 1. Montgomery County Council votes on federal worker hiring preference and party regulations. In a significant move that could reshape local employment dynamics, the Montgomery County Council is set to cast its vote on a proposed piece of legislation this Tuesday. This bill aims to prioritize hiring displaced federal employees for county government positions, a response to the widespread layoffs that have affected many federal workers in the area since January, particularly during the Trump administration. But here's where it gets controversial. While this initiative seeks to support those who have lost their jobs, it raises questions about the implications for other job seekers in the county. In addition to the federal worker hiring preference, the council will also deliberate on new regulations concerning commercial parties hosted in private homes throughout the county. This is an important topic, as it addresses the growing concerns of residents regarding unregulated events that can disrupt neighborhood peace. Community members will have the chance to voice their opinions during public hearings on various issues, including a proposal that would temporarily exempt professional landscapers from the county's ban on gas-powered leaf blowers, which took effect on July 1. The council's meeting is scheduled for 9 a.m. at the Stella Werner Council Office Building in Rockville, where they will conduct their regular weekly business. Here's a closer look at what's on the agenda. Federal worker hiring preference ***. The council is poised to vote on a bill that would enable the county to give hiring preference to federal workers who have been displaced. This initiative is designed to streamline the process of filling personnel vacancies within the county government, according to its proponents. The legislation is spearheaded by Council Vice President Will Jawando, D. at-large, and is co-sponsored by President Kate Stewart, D-Dist, 4, along with council members Andrew Friedson, D-Dist, 1, Marilyn Balcom, D-Dist, 2, Kristen Minka, D-Dist, 5, and Laurianne Sales, D. at-large. To be eligible for this preference, federal workers must be residents of the county who lost their jobs on or after January 1 and can demonstrate a loss of income due to their job separation. Jawando emphasizes that this legislation would guarantee that any qualified displaced federal worker who applies for a county position will receive an interview before other candidates. However, it's important to note that those who do not meet the qualifications for a specific job will not receive this preferential treatment. Existing county laws already allow for certain groups, such as veterans and individuals with specific disabilities, to receive hiring preferences. If this bill is approved, it will take effect immediately upon being signed into law by County Executive Mark Elrich, D., and will remain in effect for 1 year. Regulations on commercial parties ***. The council will also vote on a bill aimed at curbing illegal parties in county neighborhoods by enforcing stricter regulations and increasing fines for commercial events held at private residences and other venues. This legislation, introduced by council members Andrew Friedson, D-Dist, 1, and Dawn Ludke, D-Dist, 7, seeks to impose harsher penalties on unlicensed and unpermitted commercial parties. Last year, the issue of unlicensed commercial parties gained attention after residents raised concerns about several unauthorized pool parties at mansions in the county, some of which involved the illegal sale of alcohol, hookah, and marijuana. One notable incident occurred during Memorial Day weekend in 2024, when public safety officials estimated that around 1,000 people attended a pool party dubbed Wet Dreams at a Potomac residence, leading to significant parking issues in the neighborhood. The proposed legislation would prohibit unlicensed parties that are open to the general public for profit, with certain exceptions, and would establish penalties for those organizing such events. The new fines could reach up to $5,000, a significant increase from the current penalty of $500, which Lutke argues has not deterred organizers who find these events financially rewarding. *** Public hearing on gas-powered leaf blower exemption ***. The Council will also hold a public hearing to gather feedback on a proposed exemption to the county's ban on gas-powered leaf blowers, specifically for qualifying professional landscapers. In 2023, the Council enacted legislation banning the use and sale of gas-powered leaf blowers, with the sales ban taking effect on July 1, 2024, and the use ban commencing on the same date. Council member Gabe Albornoz, D-at-large, the only council member to oppose the 2023 bill, has introduced a new proposal to allow an exemption for professional landscaping companies to use gas-powered leaf blowers from October 1 to December 31, limited to weekdays between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. This exemption would have a sunset date set for 2028. The rationale behind this exemption, as outlined in a council legislative staff report, is to provide professional landscapers with additional time to transition to battery-powered leaf blowers, which can be more costly and less efficient. Albornoz pointed out that many landscaping professionals are facing reduced disposable incomes and declining contract renewals, making the fall season, which is typically their busiest, even more critical. However, County Executive Elrich has expressed skepticism regarding the necessity of Albornoz's bill, suggesting that larger landscaping companies should be able to afford the transition to battery-powered alternatives, which he claims are now reliable and more affordable. As these discussions unfold, it's clear that the decisions made by the Montgomery County Council could have far-reaching implications for both displaced federal workers and the local community. What are your thoughts on these proposed changes? Do you believe prioritizing federal workers is the right move, or should the focus be on ensuring equal opportunities for all job seekers? And how do you feel about the regulations on commercial parties? Join the conversation in the comments. 2. Montgomery County's new jobs initiative for laid-off federal workers. In a significant move that could reshape the job landscape for many, Montgomery County is poised to vote on a proposal aimed at assisting federal workers who have recently lost their jobs. This initiative is particularly crucial given that the county is home to over 70,000 federal employees, many of whom are now facing unemployment due to recent federal budget cuts that have resulted in widespread layoffs. Council Vice President Will Jawando, who has been a driving force behind this legislation, emphasized the importance of supporting these public servants. This is about supporting public servants who have valuable skills our county needs, he stated. He further highlighted that these individuals are not only educated and experienced, but also bring a level of diversity that surpasses the overall workforce in the area. On Tuesday, the County Council is set to cast their votes on Jawando's proposal. If approved, this measure would establish a new hiring preference for county job openings specifically for those who qualify. To be eligible, applicants must meet two key criteria. They must demonstrate residency in Montgomery County and provide evidence that they lost their federal job after January 1, 2025. For individuals like John Berg, a former employee of USAID who was laid off earlier this year, this proposal represents a beacon of hope. Just the fact that it's being done means a lot, Berg expressed. I don't expect to qualify for a lot of this stuff, but I'm so heartened that the local government is doing something. They are trying to be proactive, and I think that's very important. While the initiative has garnered widespread support, it is not without its financial implications. A fiscal analysis has projected that the county will incur costs exceeding $360,000 to hire contractors responsible for implementing the new hiring preference. As the council prepares to vote on this measure, the community is left to ponder, is this the right approach to support those affected by federal layoffs? What are your thoughts on prioritizing federal workers for local job opportunities? Join the conversation and share your opinions. 3. Montgomery County Council approves hiring preference for displaced federal workers. In a significant move that underscores the value of public service, the Montgomery County Council has unanimously approved Expedited Bill 10-25, which establishes a hiring preference for federal workers who have recently lost their jobs and currently reside in the county. This legislation, championed by Council Vice President Will Jawando and backed by several council members, is a direct response to the recent wave of federal layoffs and aims to provide these skilled individuals with new employment opportunities within the county government. Council Vice President Will Jawando stated, "Today, the Montgomery County Council has taken a decisive step by passing Expedited Bill 10-25, which creates a hiring preference for those federal workers who have been displaced." This bill was introduced on March 17 and has garnered support from Council President Kate Stewart, along with Council members Andrew Friedson, Kristen Mink, Lorianne Sales, and Marilyn Balcom, all of whom recognize the importance of supporting our community members who have recently lost their federal jobs. The urgency of this bill stems from the ongoing and abrupt personnel changes that have occurred under the Trump administration, which have led to significant job losses. Over 4,000 positions in Montgomery County alone since January. This situation has created a climate of uncertainty for many families. Jawando emphasized the importance of this legislation, saying, "This bill sends a powerful message to our federal workers. We value your contributions. We appreciate your dedication, and we want you to remain in Montgomery County." With the recent Supreme Court ruling allowing President Trump to continue his harsh mass layoffs, and with further layoffs expected due to the new federal budget reconciliation bill, this legislation demonstrates our commitment to taking action on behalf of those who are under threat. We stand firmly behind the public servants who keep our government functioning and our nation secure, especially during these trying times. Council President Stewart added, "Today marks another step forward in our efforts to support our community members affected by the chaotic and harsh policies of the federal administration. Federal workers are integral to our community, and through this legislation, our ongoing United in Service webinar series, and other initiatives, we are dedicated to assisting our public servants. In Montgomery County, we will do everything in our power to mitigate the damage caused by the actions of the White House." Councilmember Friedson remarked, "Given the unprecedented challenges facing our federal workforce, it is crucial that we extend our support to those displaced workers who play a vital role in our local economy. This bill signals our recognition of their commitment to public service and experience, and we want them to contribute their talents to the Montgomery County government and its residents." Councilmember Mink, who represents the area where the Food and Drug Administration is located, stated, "This legislation is a concrete way for us to show our support for federal workers who have had their livelihoods unjustly taken away, while also ensuring that we retain their valuable knowledge and expertise here in Montgomery County. Our efforts to combat the Trump administration's detrimental impact on our community and civil service will continue." Councilmember Sales expressed, "Our federal workforce is the backbone of Montgomery County's economy and community. These individuals are not merely employees, they are our neighbors, friends, and family members, many of whom have devoted their lives to public service. As the Trump administration continues to create instability, we will ensure that displaced workers are not overlooked." This bill provides a clear pathway forward and reinforces that their unique skills, values, and experiences are essential to our community. Councilmember Balcom concluded, "I am grateful that the Montgomery County Council has taken action to support our residents who have lost their jobs through no fault of their own. It is our collective responsibility to assist in every way we can." The bill is scheduled to be signed by County Executive Mark Elrich on July 24 at 12 p.m., with a signing ceremony taking place at the Isaiah Ike Leggett Executive Office Building. Members of the media are invited to attend. 4. Montgomery County's Renewable Energy Revolution, Community Choice Aggregation explained. Boldly stepping onto the stage of energy reform, Montgomery County Council President Kate Stewart is on a mission to empower residents with more renewable energy choices. On July 15, she unveiled a new bill aimed specifically at stabilizing energy costs, while simultaneously allowing the county to broaden its energy options, an approach that could shape the future of energy for many. In a recent press statement, Stewart expressed that this legislation focuses on delivering renewable energy at competitive rates. The cornerstone of this initiative is known as Community Choice Aggregation, CCA. Essentially, CCA gives local governments the ability to procure energy more flexibly by tapping into both external providers and local renewable resources. Stewart passionately declared in a background document from July 8 that CCA represents the #1 most impactful climate action the county can take to reach its climate goals by 2035. This ambitious statement sets the stage for a transformative leap towards sustainability. Her bill's introduction arrives as we navigate through a tumultuous landscape characterized by fluctuating energy prices and increasing demand, an environment highlighted by shifting federal policies and restructured climate action funding, as noted by Stewart in her remarks. It's a complex context that makes the need for such a proposal all the more pressing. #Understanding the proposed legislation. The legislation, officially dubbed Expedited Bill 27 to 25, Environmental Sustainability Community Choice Aggregation, CCA, actually builds upon a pilot program that was instituted back in 2021. This initial program set the groundwork by establishing regulations critical for implementing CCA initiatives. Since the 2021 framework, Montgomery County has engaged in various hearings, meetings, and discussions, paving the way for this latest bill proposal. As per the press release, the Montgomery County Department of Environmental Protection will oversee all aspects of the CCA operations, signifying the county's commitment to environmentally responsible decision-making. #Impact on Montgomery County residents. So, what could this mean for residents of Montgomery County? According to Lori McGilvray, co-chair of the Tacoma Park Mobilization Environment Committee, this bill could significantly enhance the county's ability to purchase and provide energy that contains a higher percentage of renewable sources, all while maintaining affordability. It is an exciting prospect that can shift the community's energy consumption towards a more sustainable path. Looking ahead, there is a community hearing tentatively scheduled for September 9, where residents will have an opportunity to voice their opinions and concerns regarding this important legislation. Eager to learn more about this groundbreaking proposed bill? You can read the comprehensive staff report from July 15 by following this link at https://montgomerycounty.granicus.com/metaviewer.php?view_ID =169 event ID =16541 meta ID =1999119. As we consider the implications of community choice aggregation, one must ask, is Montgomery County ready to embrace this bold move towards renewable energy, or will it face pushback from those skeptical of such changes? Let's dive into a conversation about the future of energy in our communities.